Rick James, the legendary musician, songwriter, and producer, etched his name into the annals of music history with his electrifying performances and genre-blending hits. From his distinctive funk-infused sound to his flamboyant stage presence, Rick James captivated audiences around the world. In this video, Wiki Networth delves into the fascinating world of Rick James' net worth and salary. What is Rick James's net worth and salary 2023? Rick James was a well-known singer, songwriter, musician, and record producer from the United States. His net worth was estimated to be around $250,000 at the time of his death in 2004. However, it is vital to highlight that Rick James spent lavishly over his lifetime, including legal issues and a pricey drug habit. Despite having a modest net worth at the time of his death, his music collection has continued to provide revenue for his estate. Rick James overview. Early life. James was born on February 1, 1948, in Buffalo, New York, and was given the name James Ambrose Johnson, Jr. His father, James, was an auto worker, while his mother, Mabel, was a dancer and then worked as a numbers runner. The couple had 8 children in total, and the father left when James was only 10 years old. James was exposed to music and the arts due to his mother's job, and he began playing music when he was young. James attended Orchard Park High School and Bennett High School but eventually dropped out. He struggled with a number of vices from an early age, having been introduced to drugs in middle school and busted for committing burglary as a young teenager. After going in and out of jail a few times, James enlisted in the United States Navy at age 15, lying to say he was older in order to avoid being drafted. During this time, he played in local jazz groups in New York City. Because he missed his required Navy Reserve sessions, he was ordered to go to Vietnam. James then fled to Toronto in 1964. Career. Rick James was a groundbreaking musician who left an indelible mark on the world of funk and R&B music. His journey began in his teenage years when he joined various bands before enlisting in the Navy to avoid being drafted into the Army. However, he went AWOL and moved to Toronto, where he formed a band called the Mina Birds. The group signed with Motown in 1966, but James's arrest for going AWOL led to a year in prison and a temporary halt to his musical career. After his release, he relocated to California and started different rock and funk groups throughout the 60s and 70s. James's big break came when he signed with Gordy Records and released his debut album, Come Get It, in 1978. The album featured hit singles You and I and Mary Jane and went gold. He continued to find success with subsequent albums like Bustin' Out of L7, 1979, Fire It Up, 1979, and Garden of Love, 1980. However, it was his 1981 release, Street Songs, that solidified his status as a funk legend. The album, which included iconic hits like Give It to Me Baby and Super Freak, peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the R&B charts, selling over 4 million copies. Throughout his career, Rick James explored various musical genres, drawing inspiration from rock and funk pioneers like George Clinton, Sly Stone, and Buffalo's Dyke and the Blazers. He played multiple instruments, including guitar, bass, and drums, and was known for his unique punk-funk style. In addition to his own music, James was a talented producer and songwriter, working with artists such as Eddie Murphy, The Temptations, and the Mary Jane Girls. Despite his immense success, James faced numerous personal demons, including substance abuse and legal issues. He took a break from recording albums in the late 80s and early 90s but made a comeback with Urban Rhapsody in 1997. Although the album received mixed reviews, it showcased James's ability to blend rap and funk music. Tragically, a stroke during a concert in 1998 led to his semi-retirement, and he passed away from a heart attack on August 6, 2004. Rick James's legacy as an innovator of funk music and his influence on artists like Prince cannot be overstated. His fearless exploration of different musical styles, combined with his undeniable talent as a singer, instrumentalist, and producer, ensured that his music would continue to resonate with fans long after his passing. As the king of punk-funk, Rick James left an indelible mark on the world of music, and his contributions will forever be remembered and celebrated. Personal life. Throughout his life, James had a number of serious relationships. Tyenza and Rick Jr. were his children with singer-songwriter Cyval Morgan. From 1982 to 1984, He dated actress Linda Blair, and the pair became pregnant, but Blair chose to have an abortion, which James detailed in his memoir. Tanya Hijazi was 17 years old when James met her in 1989. They began dating in 1990 and had their first kid, Tasman, in 1993. They later married in 1996 before divorcing in 2002. Tina Marie, with whom James had begun working in 1979, had also maintained a close professional and sometimes romantic relationship with James. Why is Rick James famous? Rick James's fame stems from his undeniable talent as a musician and his ability to create infectious, groove-laden hits. His fusion of funk, rock, and soul set him apart from his contemporaries and made him a trailblazer in the music industry. Moreover, James's larger-than-life personality and flamboyant style contributed to his fame and made him a cultural icon. FAQs about Rick James. Who inherited Rick James's estate? Ty James is the executor of her father's will. At the time of her father's death, she assumed the presidency and has tried to protect her father's legacy. What is Rick James the king of? Remembering one of the original Motown Empire's last international stars. Rick James, one of the last international stars of the original Motown Empire, died of a heart attack on August 6, 2004, at the age of 56. Who owns the rights to Rick James's music? Hipgnosis Songs have made its most recent acquisition, acquiring a portion of Rick James's song repertoire. Hipgnosis has purchased 50% of James's publishing interests, writer's share, neighboring rights, sound exchange, and recorded masters, UMG, profits in his 97-song collection. How much money is Smokey Robinson worth? Smokey Robinson is a singer-songwriter from the United States with a net worth of approximately $160 million in 2023. How much was Marvin Gaye worth before he died? Marvin Gaye was an American singer-songwriter, musician, and record producer who died in 1984 with a net worth of $9 million. In conclusion, Rick James's journey from a troubled childhood to becoming a funk icon serves as a reminder of the power of music to transcend adversity and leave an indelible mark on the world. Finally, thank you for watching this video and don't forget to subscribe us to learn more interesting information about celebrities.